Welcome back to the course Engineering Chemistry, Module 1, Water and Treatment, Lecture 5. I am Dr. Harika Patnala, Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry, MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. In previous class, we have determined the estimation of total hardness of water by using EDTA solution, and we have determined the total hardness, temporary and permanent hardness of water by volumetric analysis. Now we are going to do the numericals on the estimation of total hardness of water. Let us see the numerical 1. 20 ml of standard hard water. They have taken 20 ml of standard hard water containing 15 grams of CaCO3 per liter. So they have given the concentration in terms of 15 grams per liter of CaCO3. They have taken 15 grams of CaCO3 in 1 liter. Of this 1 liter solution, they have taken 20 ml of standard hot water requires 25 ml of EDTA solution per endpoint. So, 20 ml of standard hot water requires 25 ml of EDTA solution. So, that is a step 1 between the standard hot water and the EDTA solution. Later, 100 ml of the sample water sample requires 18 ml of the same EDTA solution. 18 ml of the same EDTA solution, that is the step 2. While the same water after boiling requires 12 ml of the EDTA solution. Before boiling, it is consumed 18 ml of EDTA. After boiling, it is 12 ml of EDTA solution. Why is the variation is? After boiling, temporary hardness is removed. Only permanent hardness is left over. The permanent hardness is consumed 12 ml of the EDTA solution. Calculate the carbonate and non-carbonate hardness. What is meant by carbonate hardness, which is nothing but temporary hardness? And non-carbonate hardness is nothing but chlorides and sulfates of calcium and magnesium, which is permanent hardness of water. So 20 ml of standard hot water consumed 25 ml of EDTA, 100 ml of water sample consumed 18 ml of EDTA, and same water after boiling consumed 12 ml of EDTA. And we have to calculate the carbonate and non-carbonate hardness. Before that, what are we required? In order to do the titration between the standard hot water and the EDTA, we required molarities and volumes. So let us take that M1 is molarity of standard hot water. Are they given the value? No. But they have given a hint, it's containing 15 grams per CaCO3 per liter. So we have to find out the molarity of CaCO3. So molarity of CaCO3, let us think that this is M1. Molarity of CaCO3 is equal to, we are having a formula, weight of CaCO3 by molecular weight, nothing but gram molecular weight of CaCO3 to 1000 by volume in ml. So we have taken 1 liter is nothing but 1000. 1000 gets cancelled. What was the weight they have given? 15 by calcium carbonate molecular weight is 100. 1000 by 1000 is nothing but 0.15 molar of CaCO3. So we got M1 value is 0.15 molar. What is the value of V1? V1 is nothing but 20 ml. So M2 is nothing but molarity of EDTA we have to find out. V2, volume of EDTA is consumed, they have given it is 25 ml. So our formula is M1 V1 by N1 is equal to M2 V2 by N2, where number of moles of N1 N2 is equal to 1. It is a reaction between, this is standard hot water, this is EDTA. Yeah, 1 is nothing but standard hot water, 2 is nothing but EDTA. We are having M1 value, V1 value, V2 value. What is meant by V2 value? Is nothing but 25 ml. 20 ml of standard hot water consumed 25 ml of EDTA solution. So we are having the formula M1V1 is equal to M2V2, which is nothing but where N1 and N2, small n1, n2 is nothing but 1. So we required M2. M2 is equal to M1V1 by V2. What is the M1 value? Is 0.15. V1 value is 20. V2 value is 25. Altogether, you will get 0.12 molar of EDTA. So, the concentration of EDTA is 0.12 molarity of EDTA, which is helpful for the next calculation. So, 20 ml of standard hot water. What is the concentration of standard hot water? Is 0.15 molar of requires 25 ml of EDTA. What is the EDTA concentration? Is 0.12 molar of EDTA for the endpoint. So we have done the first step is between standard hot water and EDTA. The step 1 between standard hot water, standard water sample and EDTA. This is the step 1. From this step 1 we got the molarity of EDTA. Next, it is a reaction between the sample water of 100 ml with EDTA. Amount of total hardness present in the water sample. For this we require the reaction between sample water and with EDTA is nothing but M2V2 by N2 is equal to M3V3 by N3. In the previous, they have given that 100 ml of water sample requires 18 ml of EDTA. So, 100 ml of water sample requires 18 ml of EDTA. So, we know that N2, N3 is nothing but N2. This is the formula we are using. N2 is equal to 1, N3 is equal to 1. So, therefore, the resulting formula is M2V2 is equal to M3V3. What's by M2? M2 is nothing but molarity of EDTA. M2. What is the value? We got 0.12 molar. V2. Volume of EDTA consumed in this step. It is 18 ml. M3. Molarity of sample water. We have to find out. V3. Volume of sample water. 100 ml we have taken. So from the resulting values we are going to get the M3 is equal to M2V2 by V3. What's the M2 value? M2 we got 0.12, V2 is 18 ml whole divided by 100 ml. So you may get 0.0216 molar. 0.0216 molar. So this is the value we got molarity of sample water. This is the value we got. So how to get the total hardness of water? Therefore, total hardness of water is equal to M3 into 10 to the power of 5. What is M3 value? 0.0216 into 10 to the power of 5, which is nothing but 2160 ppm. So the total hardness is nothing but 2160 ppm. This is the value we got, 2160 ppm, which is nothing but total hardness present in the water. Next, molarity of boiled water. With this, we are going to determine the permanent hardness. Permanent hardness. By boiling the water, that the temporary hardness is removed. For that, 12 ml of EDTA is consumed for 100 ml of the boiled water. 100 ml of the boiled water is consumes 12 ml of EDTA. So, permanent hardness is nothing but the reaction between the boiled water and EDTA. The reaction M2V2 by N2 is equal to M4V4 by N4. This is nothing but EDTA. This is nothing but boiled water. Where M2 is equal to molarity of EDTA, which is nothing but 0.12 molar. V2, volume of EDTA consumed, which is nothing but 12 ml. M4, we have to find out molarity of boiled sample water. Boiled water, we have to find out. V4, volume of boiled water is taken is 100 ml. So therefore, we have to find out M4. M4 is equal to M2V2 by V4, which is nothing but M2 value is 0.12 into 12 ml whole divided by 100, which you may get 0.0144 molarity. This is the molarity of boiled sample water. So therefore, permanent hardness of water sample after boiling, temporary hardness is removed. So the permanent hardness of water sample is nothing but M4 into 10 to the power of 5, which is nothing but 0.0144 into 10 to the power of 5 is which you get 1400 ppm. This is the permanent hardness you got. Permanent hardness, just now we have calculated. The permanent hardness is nothing but M4 into 10 to the power of 5. The M4 value is 0.0144 into 10 to the power of 5, which is nothing but 1400 ppm. This you got after boiling. How you will get the temporary hardness? Temporary is nothing but total hardness is nothing but the combination of temporary and permanent. So therefore, temporary is equal to total hardness minus permanent hardness. Therefore, temporary hardness is equal to total we got 2160 minus permanent we got 1440, which is nothing but 720 ppm is the temporary hardness. This is the temporary hardness. So we have found this is the total hardness. This is the temporary hardness. Sorry, permanent hardness, and this is the temporary hardness. In this numerical, in the first step we have done standard hot water whose concentration was determined. The standard hot water concentration was determined as 0.15 molar. The second step is nothing but the reaction between the standard hot water and EDTA. So here we have determined the EDTA concentration of 0.12 molar. In the third, the reaction between the sample water and EDTA, we had found out the sample water molarity of 0.0216 molar, and from this we got 2160 ppm of total hardness. In the fourth step, we have boiled the water. So the reaction between the boiled water sample and EDTA. So the molarity of boiled water sample you got 0.0144 molar, which is nothing but 1440 ppm of permanent hardness. In the fifth step, we got the temporary hardness nothing but which is equal to total hardness minus temporary permanent. Temporary hardness is equal to total hardness minus permanent hardness. Nothing but 2160 minus 1440 which is equal to 720 ppm. In the next class, we are going to determine what are the various troubles we are facing in the boilers, mainly in industry, boiler troubles. Thank you.